Hello everyone, Granite Roots. Today is my first time ever trying the PvP push. I usually do world versus world. I used to do PvP a little bit in the time past, so this is extremely new. This is my third match today. The first two matches didn't go so well. I used my Thief, Sword, Dagger, Core. Not so good. It's just my world versus world builds I use for each one. Second was my Ambush Mirage, which went a little bit better. And then this is my third ever, and I'm just using my world versus world heal build, but I used the amulet. I used the one with the power, condi, and healing, and I think vitality. So I guess I know from what I'd read that you gotta somehow move the node to the opponent's gate. So this was different. A lot of condi here. I'm trying to figure out how to use my skills to the best benefit of my team. It doesn't heal as much as I thought, but I think it does help a little bit, especially with the condi cleanses I'm throwing down. If I were to continue doing this, I might try some other different builds. I might try my Reaper DPS. I know condi's pretty good, but power is even better, because you can still have people like me clearing condis, but if you don't have the power and they're cleansing, it's just you're gonna end up losing, especially if the other side has some power that can drop you down. Unless you can constantly spam condis and bury them. When I did this with my Mirage, which is a condi build, I did do some downs, but on the whole it's not very good. I think maybe an AoE stuff would be good here, because they tend to clump up a little bit. But either way, let's get back to current action. I'll try and play this, I guess, but I did use Tome 2 a lot, more than I would Tome 3, because usually my opener in and I'm dead. Usually my opener in World vs. World, obviously you do Tome 3 for some reflex, and you put your 5 and 4 down for stability and resolution or resistance, whichever one it gives you. And then you go into your other stuff. So I was using Staff Spear on this. My next match I'd swap to the Paladin's Amulet, which gives me the power, precision, toughness, and vitality, and I'd put transference sigils on my weapons to cover the healing. So again, I like to use reflex because it does help. And Tome 1-3 is very good for two things. I use Tome 1 quite a bit too for drop-in peeps, and I used it more for 4 and 2 skill because I was condi based this round, and you can see I'm actually dropping some peeps with this and helping with that. 3 is a crowd control, and of course 4 and 2, even doesn't do a whole lot of damage, it can slow people recovering from downstate, so I like to drop that on them as well. Try to keep my peeps mighted up, plus it's a heal. Really, Spear is very good here. You see I'm doing decent damage, decent numbers. And again, I love the mobility of Spear too, because you can keep up, plus it gives you resolution, whatevs, or resistance. I get the two mixed up. Of course, stability here is definitely good. So yeah, I didn't see a need to change what I was doing for my for my World vs. World PvP. There's probably better builds out there. I just wanted to see what this was about. Pleased that I actually won one, or was on a winning team for one, and I think I did pretty well. I think I was a benefit to the team. I'd like to think so, with some condi clear and other things, although again, dead here, but that's okay. One thing I gotta remember is it's really not worth trying to survive, because it's faster if you just time out, because all these guys, you're tying up your team. If you stay in a downstate trying to recover, all your opponent has to do is come, hit you once or twice, reset the, break the healing, then you down tick, then it comes off cooldown. You can be there forever, and so your team is constantly man short. It's like being in a penalty box at a hockey game, like on your team. They're playing a man short because you're screwing up. And that's kind of what happens there. So if you're in downstate, just let it happen. I need to get better at that. So I'm trying to stay, and I think we did well in this match because we've overall stayed pretty close together. Have a couple guys kind of going in deep, but they know what they're doing. This was really a good team that I got onto. I've got a guy down here, and here I'm going to break my own rule, but you're going to see I'm going to kind of mess with this. Tome 3, he's got condies on him, and we're going to put him back down eventually. But that backed him off. I can come back, help my peeps. He's trying to grab me as I'm taking off. I think he was a willbender. I think they had a willbender, and we kept on killing him, which was nice. So yeah, you see, I think Reaper's pretty good. You see that skill there, he just comes in. That Reaper skill 4 and Shroud is really good for condies and such. But we're gonna get that Reaper down, hopefully. But I can't do anything from here, which is a bummer. But maybe it's just a matter of trying to put him down. Alright, so they're rallying, pushing us back. We're gonna try to regroup. This takes so long. Probably should have cut that out of the video, but whatevs. In the future, I probably will cut down downstate and stuff just to make it smoother, but I want everybody to see what this looked like from start to finish. Hallowed Ground is nice. That Earth Relic is very helpful. Here's my problem. Even as a healer, I like to run after stuff and fight. So definitely lots of ways I can improve on this, and he just came up from downstate, so that's why I'm just kind of trolling him a little bit. Although he's slowing me down for his buddy to come in and do some stuff. Put some lines down behind me. Zoom, catch up to my party. I gotta say, I like that Spears animation for the Clo behind Gar or whatever, I can't pronounce it, but the new one from Jant there was pretty nice. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make it, but I figured it looks much better than the original one from Generation 1 with the shark on it. Alright, so we're gonna keep pushing. Skyhammer. Calibrated to somebody or other. And it's a rally. Go the rest of the way. I'm going to keep stuff healed, hopefully. I'm going to throw a line down in front of their entrance. Probably should have thrown it further back. But again, I knew either way we won. Great team. Thank you guys for being on my team. And thank you for watching. Any advice or anything is always helpful. I don't know if we'll do this in the future, but thank you anyways, and hope you all have a most excellent day.